This is how we stay calm inside Dr. Herman's head.
I'm telling you, this totally puts the feel of just slowly panning through a mental institution.
I don't know where you get that.
It really does. Like
you must have seen a movie where that was overlaid or something.
Movie in my head.
That's my. You know, a few weeks ago we talked about your Desperado songs. The songs that make you. That's my Desperado song more than any other one. That's the song. If I'm having a bad day, little Mr. Acker Bilk, a little stranger on the shore, and I am so happy again. It puts me into my vegetative state.
It's a good song.
And you imagine, panning through a mental institution.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, interesting.
Slowly putting on the straitjacket.
Most people will actually know that song from the movie Mr. Holland's Opus, where Jean-Louis Kelly had to learn how to play it on the clarinet.
Yeah, I like that movie. I can see that.
Great movie, beautiful movie. This is Inside Dr. Herman's Head. I should tell people the show, the name of the show. Well, we're not professionals. We're just we're having fun. That's all. Well, we'd like to.
Who's listening anyway?
Nobody's listening.
Nobody's.
It's your parents and my kids.
Yeah.
This is Inside Dr. Herman's Head. I am Dr. Jan Herman, chiropractor extraordinaire and radio celebrity not, and I'm here with my fellow insane asylum resident, Greg Big Show Larson.
Yes, hello.
We're here on Pocono 96.7 as we are every Sunday night from 7 to 8. This is a call-in show. That means you're part of the show, too. So we'd like you to give us a call, if you dare, on the headline hotline, which is 570-420-9670. This is a show, like we talk about the show, about nothing.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah, all at the same time.
Usually I start off by talking about what's hurting Dr. Herman's head today. Actually, I'm at the other end of the scale today. My toe is hurting me. I was in the garage today. First thing this morning, it was 7 o'clock in the morning and 4,000% humidity.
Yeah, man, it's crazy out. It's brutal. I can't take it.
And the first thing I had to do was move something to get to something else, and a 2x4 fell on my exposed toe.
Exposed toe.
I was wearing flip-flops.
Come on, man. You're in the garage. You should have been wearing your steel toe boots.
Something else I'm not an expert at.
Right.
Walking around with the proper foot attire in the garage.
Yeah.
So my toe is hurting, and that's what's happening outside Dr. Herman's head. But I'm gonna suck it up and get through the show. As far as inside Dr. Herman's head,
what's going on there?
I'm feeling very, very angry, and
really?
very, very
still
ashamed
again
of this country.
Wow.
I'm very. We're showing our worst side.
We have a phone call already.
Every day. We got a phone call already?
Yeah.
Please. Welcome to Inside Dr. Herman's Head. Who's calling?
This is Jeff from Barnesville.
Jeff from Barnesville. We love you, Jeff. How's it going, my man?
Hey, how you doing?
It's good. I'm doing great.
What's up?
Hey, listen, thank you for the present.
Oh, did you get it, Jeff?
Yeah, sure.
That's a
I
little
was there late, but I got it.
Yeah, I hung around to wait for you.
At least it was waiting for me.
That was nice. Yeah, Ron had to leave, and I had to leave, but I left that for you because
What is the insignia on there?
Well, that's our logo. The logo for the show is it's a silhouette of my head filled with question marks and gears, trying to figure out what's going on in this world and make sense of this life.
Okay.
Yeah, and also me spewing out all the rhetoric that I can think of that makes just as much sense.
I thought maybe you got that from the Thai restaurant.
No, there's nothing Thai about that.
Yeah, there's nothing Thai.
Nothing Thai about that. But you know what? One of the things I'm thinking.
How you doing, Craig?
How's it going?
If you look inside the gears, somewhere in there is my love, my thoughts of love for Thai food. You know that. Hey, well, we appreciate it, Jeff, man. Thanks a lot for coming by and picking up.
All right. If I think of something else, I'll give you a ring.
The phones are open. Thanks a lot, Jeff. We love you, man.
All righty.
Jeff's great. He's a great guy.
Good
Jeff, there was a little misunderstanding last week about the winner of our call-in contest, but Jeff was a good sport about it, and he ended up getting a special limited edition Inside Dr. Herman's Head logo cookie.
Oh, man. That's a prize and a half.
From Carla's custom cookies.
Those things are incredible.
The detail on the cookies is amazing.
I can't handle the detail on it. Yeah, you don't want to eat it. It's like put it in a frame or something. And
she did a whole bunch. She did a bunch for my office. She did a bunch for the station, the 96.7 logo. So really cool stuff. And shout outs to Carla. Thank you very much, Carla, for that.
But what's going on with the country?
I think that lately we've been showing our worst side in every single thing that's going on.
I agree.
Our inability to choose a leader with any clarity or any rhyme or reason or intelligence. You know what? We're just like, remember in school there was a class that always had all the bad kids in it?
Yeah.
You know, they didn't intend it, but just somehow all the bad kids ended up in that class, and that class, they were the ones that waited for you outside for recess or after school, and were always getting in trouble, and the parents were always being called. Our country is behaving for I don't even know how long. It's more than just recently, but especially recently, like the bad kids.
We're the bad class.
We're the bad kids, and it's we're showing our worst side in everything. I picked up my iPad this morning to catch up on news because I don't have TV and I won't read the newspaper.
Right. I'm the same way.
Well, it's just disgusting, and I haven't read newspaper for 20 years, but I get the dribs and drabs of what happens from what people tell me, and also what I see on online. And this morning, I'm just inundated with cops shot here, cops shooting there, people unarmed and armed being killed by cops, more riots,
straight up war.
It's you know what. The conservatives in this country have used we're at war with this and war with that for so long. The war on drugs, the war on Christmas, the war on there's a war on everything. But it's all a lot of just
this is
rhetoric bull. But this
is legit.
Yeah. There is a very not all wars are fought in small areas with a lot of artillery. Mm-hmm. This is spread out all over the place with little bits, and it's literally daily now.
Yeah.
And I know how to use the word literally. Every day. So I see all this shooting. I see floods. And, of course, that's not our doing. That's nature, but that's the way it is. People dying in floods. I see people just treating each other terribly. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, the Olympics is going on.
Yeah.
Now, that's a whole dichotomy by itself. Let's not look at the USA for a second. Look at Rio, okay? Mm-hmm. Rio is a den of iniquity. No matter how you measure it, Rio is pure hell on earth.
Yeah.
Between the gangs, the favelas, the water is disgusting.
Everything, man.
The government's falling apart. And in the middle of it all is this multinational gathering, which is supposed to be a feel-good thing.
Yeah.
And I was really upset about it enough to bring it up and talk about it, on the show. And 5 minutes before we went on air, I go and I look and I see that Ryan Lochte, one of our greatest swimmers, I think second only to Michael Phelps, and 3 other U.S. swimmers were mugged.
Yep.
Well, by people posing as police officers.
Dressed up as cops, yeah.
They mugged them at gunpoint. So all this is going on in Rio, but at the same time, you have this incredible competition. And like we talked about last week, everybody loves the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics is awesome. You don't have to be a sports fan all year to enjoy the Olympics. It's just there's a spirit to that competition that's different than just your hometown sports team. You know what I mean?
And you know what? It's not the typical, like in war, our country is better than your country, or all that, God bless the USA and all that rhetoric. But here it's okay to be a little bit jingoistic. It's okay to be a little bit, that's my country and it's my,
Right. But the thing is, too, there's also a lot of respect thrown back and forth because, you could be like, USA all the way, but hey, man, I was watching basketball the other day and they were playing Serbia.
Okay.
Those guys, USA was just ahead by 5 points at all times. Like, these guys were right there with them.
Right.
Some of the best passing I've ever seen, some of the best defense I've ever seen. You just got to give it up to them. They got a standing ovation from the crowd, from everybody. You know what I mean?
But also, you know what? At least from what I can see, and what I've always seen in the Olympics is this camaraderie between athletes of different countries.
Yeah.
There's a brothership between them that you and I could never understand, not being in that situation. But it crosses language borders, it crosses literal borders, and these people come together and they're. When you see and you read and you hear about their biographies, these people go their entire lives without ever having a date, a beer.
Yeah.
They don't have sex. They don't go out.
Yep.
They don't eat anything that's not absolutely the most perfect thing for their body.
Yeah.
They school when they're younger. School and training.
Yep.
And then after school, it's training. That's all they do. They live, sleep, eat, and breathe for this one moment in time. Mm-hmm. And then this happens where they, either because of doping or because of politics or because of dirty water. This ridiculous stuff comes up and causes these people not to be able to achieve their dream or even compete.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
A lot of athletes never even made it out because of stuff going. They didn't want to go over. You know what I mean?
Amazing. And even more amazing and inspiring stories come from it. Like, did you read about the refugee team?
No.
There's a team of refugees, people that have no country,
right?
They're from Syria originally and Sudan, and these places where everything's falling apart, and Darfur and places, and there's there's 7 or 8 of them, and they're actually united as a group.
That's awesome.
And competing as refugees.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
So you got to give kudos to the IOC for that, for allowing them to compete and finding a way for them to do it. But with all this going on, and then this disgusting attitude that so many Americans, and I'm not calling out everybody on this, but so many Americans have had to the fact that yesterday or the day before, they're scrutinizing the behavior of the American athletes on the podium.
What?
It's not enough that you wear our flag, that you compete under our flag, that you wrap yourself in our flag when you win, that you talk about how, it's so great to be an American, to be on the American team, and marching under the American flag. But if you don't stand just the right way and be just the right amount of then Michael Phelps.
He's the man.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right, you want to take 30 seconds? Let's talk about Michael Phelps just as an athlete. He's a machine.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know, records are made to be broken. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure individually his records may in time be broken. But having won 23 Olympic gold medals out of, and then 28 total, I think it is?
Yeah, I think so.
28 total medals.
That's insane.
I don't even know. And that's over the course of, 4, 8, 12, 4 Olympics. Yeah. Now, he was in 5 Olympics. In 2000, he was there, but he didn't win anything.
Right.
He was edged out. I think he ended up in 5th place in the one race that he was in the finals in. So he started in 2004, and over the course of that and the next 3 Olympics, 28 medals.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely amazing. And that speaks to what I'm talking about. Because Michael Phelps is, if you want to be jingoistic and you want to raise the American flag and you want to talk about the prowess of America as athletics, he is a national wonder.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to not use the word hero here because I don't know about that. How we define
that's totally
heroes.
Different. That's another show.
Okay. That's, heroes is that's right. It's another show.
That's another show.
But he's a national treasure, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely.
He is, in every way, shape, or form, something to be proud of. Mm-hmm. I don't care about the couple of years ago when he got caught after smoking weed.
No, yeah, he was smoking pot or whatever. It obviously hasn't hindered anything for the guy. I mean,
I don't know if you know this.
No reason to bring it up.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a program, and I can't remember the name of it now because I read it and I don't remember because I don't care. But it's an oath. It's a club that the Olympic athletes sign, and it's an agreement to be tested for performance-enhancing drugs.
Okay, yeah.
Anytime anybody wants, and more often than they need to.
Okay.
And in Beijing in 2008, when he won 8 gold medals, there were a lot of people were yelling that it was because he was doping.
Right.
And he said, Test me every hour on the hour. I don't care. And he was right, and they did, and he was clean every time. Yeah. He's just an incredible athlete, and that's all there is to it. He's the best of the best of the best that may ever be.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's up there. I don't think these records are going to be broken for a real long time.
All right, now he was standing on the podium accepting his last medal. I believe it was a team medal for a relay, and he was smiling and laughing. Now, if I won greatest hot dog eater at a baseball stadium,
yeah.
I would laugh at the absurdity and the idea that I was winning something. This guy just won his 28th medal.
Yeah, you'd think he'd be allowed to smile.
Let him smile, let him laugh. And then he said afterwards, because his buddies were yelling, oh, 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 for the Baltimore Orioles, which is his home baseball team. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He has cloaked himself in the American flag 28 times.
Yeah.
And he can smile and laugh if he wants during the playing of the American anthem. It doesn't denigrate the anthem. The people who are insane about, I fought for this flag and I died, you don't fight and die for a flag. The flag has been redesigned 40, 50 times over the 230 years we're here. 240 years we're here. Calm down. It's the country that you have to be concerned about. And you know what? The same people who are yelling and screaming about the fact that Michael Phelps didn't show enough honor to our flag and our anthem.
That's ridiculous. Who's
are the
saying
ones that are punching people at rallies,
right?
And going out and doing ridiculous stuff here in America,
right?
You'd be ashamed of themselves. I'm ashamed of them. It's disgusting.
It's not like he stomped on it and spit on it and
The American women's gymnastic team, okay?
Right.
These little girls who are insane. Their abilities
are insane, man. That stuff always amazes me.
What they do, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
They were standing up there, and this one girl, Gabby. Any idea? No, I don't remember. I don't care. Gabby, really just absolutely incredible gymnast. They were all standing there. They were all solemnly paying. They were not doing what Michael Phelps did.
Right.
Damn him. Right? They were all paying attention and being solemn and looking at the flag and singing the national anthem. But she didn't put her right hand on her chest.
Oh,
what the hell is wrong with her?
Get her off the stage.
She should give back her medal and turn in her leotard.
I quit.
That's it. That should be Gabby, quit. You didn't put your hand on your heart. What is it with the hand on the heart? And it has to be the right hand on the heart.
It's got to be.
It's the same as putting your right hand on the Bible in court. Or taking your hat off at a baseball game during the national anthem.
Oh, you gotta.
What happens if you don't have a right hand? Well, you could use your left hand.
You better put your right nub over your heart then.
Your right nub, your right stump. Right, so I stump saluted. Disgusting. People don't know what to complain about. Everybody has to have some complaint about everything.
Well, I mean, that's why we're here too, but.
No, we're complaining about the idiocy and the stupidity and the complaints.
Right.
But you know what? It's like everything else, and I've said it for a long time. And I hearken back to my guru and spiritual advisor, the greatest philosopher of our time, who was. How many times do I have to say it, and you still don't know?
Who?
George Carlin.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Okay, George Carlin, who said,
guy.
"It's all done anyway. It doesn't matter."
Yeah. No.
The country was bought and sold years ago. It's just a form of entertainment now. As we circle the drain and the humans rise to, if we're not already number one on the endangered species list, it's just an entertainment.
No, and he's right. And
you can't stop the stupidity. Yeah. You can't stop the insolence and the indolence and the people don't take a second to think about what's important. They just spew garbage about things that don't matter. And I think it's sick. It's disgusting.
No,
because
it is disgusting.
Right there on the same page, I'm looking at these people with these incredible achievements, and then on the other side, right next to it, everybody complaining about something.
Nobody disrespected the country. Nobody desecrated the flag. None of that happened. It's just all right. Let's see. My buddy, who's a comedian, came up with something. He says these days that we live in, it's the perpetually butthurt generation. He called it.
Okay. Yeah.
Where just everything is offensive to everyone.
Yeah.
everyone has a problem with everything. They got to say it. We have a phone call. Hopefully someone can fill us in on what they think
make heads
about
or tails of something. I don't know. Welcome to Inside Dr. Herman's Head. I'm poking at 96.7. Who's calling?
Jeff Martinsville again.
Jeff, we're going to get you a red phone. Go ahead, Jeff. What do you think?
You brought up an important thing.
What's that?
Very important. Every day you will hear 1 to at least 3 crimes that have been committed. A black shooting,
You mean the police and the whole...
But they're in the wrong.
Well, but...
And these protesters, they're in the wrong.
But you see the problem with the
they
whole
don't
thing...
even know what the hell they're protesting about.
Well, Jeff, this is the problem. The problem is we don't see each other as a team. We don't look at Americans as we're all on the same team. We look at Americans as the same. We don't look at each other and see the similarities. We only look at each other and see the differences.
No, we're always in competition with ourselves. Constantly.
When you meet somebody, it immediately, there's no problem being intrigued by the differences between you, but that's how people define other people. They say, this guy, he's a really nice guy for a black guy. Or he's really pretty well spoken for a Chinese guy, or this guy's really, I never realized what a nice guy was for a Jew. So we label each other by our differences, and we don't see the fact that every person. Now I know somewhere in the Bible, and I'm not a Bible thumper, it says, "There, but for the grace of God, go I."
Right.
You're supposed to see yourself in other people, but people don't do that.
Yeah. In the other instance, Georgia was the guy that got shot.
Well, there was a guy in Milwaukee last night too.
Just pulling the guy over, but the kid, I forgot what state it was. Excuse me.
Milwaukee. It was Wisconsin.
Last night.
No, where he shot the family.
You mean where he shot the boyfriend while the mother and the little girl were in the back seat?
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And I just you know what? I think the only
I don't even have a gun anymore. I was a hunter.
I never had a gun. I'd be afraid of having a gun.
And I'm a fisherman. That's it.
Well, yeah, it's tough to shoot fish. Some people do it.
Fish in a barrel.
Some people do
it.
It's crazy.
Because I'm afraid I'm going to lose my temper and take it out on somebody.
Well, if you're afraid of that,
they're being an asshole.
If you're afraid of that, you got to be careful there, Jeff. If you're afraid of something like that, then you have to be smart enough to say I shouldn't have a gun. And then you did that. So that's
right, you did that.
That's why I sold them.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Jeff, thanks for calling, man. I'll catch you soon, all right?
All right.
Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's terrible. And I think that until and only if we start to see each other, as ourselves, we're doomed.
Well, we need to, we're not on the same team, like you said. And the thing between civilians and police is that, we're all supposed to be together on the same side, and that is not happening.
There's never been a situation in history where people working together as a team couldn't make it.
Yeah, and it's both sides too. It's not. I'm not blaming one side or the other because there's faults, especially with these incidences we've been having over the last however year or whatever. It's all coming from both sides.
Well,
so,
every instance has to be taken on its own merit.
Right.
They're all very different, and that's. Now I got bile in my mouth. I have to spit out.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Let me take a break from this. I'm going to talk a little bit about Thai Orchid, my favorite sponsor.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get happy.
And then I'm going to announce something really, really crazy. Thai Orchid is as you listeners know, one of my favorite restaurants down on 9th Street in Stroudsburg at the corner of Sarah Street. The Thai food that they make there is just to die for.
Awesome.
They cater in. They have you can eat there, you can take out. It's you know what? One of the things that impresses me is that they keep it really simple. When you're ordering, if you look at their menu, every single item on the menu can be. They just give you the basics. and then you can add in whatever proteins you want.
Right.
So you can make, for instance, in the pad thai, which is their most popular dish and the national dish of Thailand, you can get it with chicken, beef, pork, tofu, shrimp, or seitan, which is a protein substitute.
Yeah, it's vegetarian.
Yeah, and your choice. So they'll make it the same way with whatever you want in it. I have a tendency to order 2 or 3 different proteins because I'm a meat guy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. They'll make it any way you want.
I was dreaming about those banana roll things we had,
right?
With that coconut ice cream, man. Jeez,
phenomenal. Yeah, these deep fried banana spring rolls that they have for dessert with coconut ice cream. So good,
insane.
And they drizzle it with honey.
Yeah.
That's
Come
it.
on.
That's it. Just to carry you. You know what? You have to experience to see it. Really, it's amazing. Thai Orchid, corner of Sarah Street, 9th Street in Stroudsburg, 570-421-1717. Give them a call and tell them you heard about it inside Dr. Herman's head.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a few.
Oh, the phone is ringing. Hello?
Yo, Gary.
Yeah, who is this?
Dr. Herman.
Who?
Dr. Herman, you know, the one you come to know and love, Dr. Herman.
Oh, I love my Dr. Herman.
That's the one.
Hey, Dr. Herman.
Gary, I'm just sitting here, and I suddenly became inspired.
What?
I've never had a jingle.
You've never had a jingle?
I've never had a jingle, and some jingles are so cool. I always thought how cool it would be to have a jingle.
So Herman Family Chiropractic and Dr. Herman, I love my Dr. Herman, wants a jingle.
I was thinking that it would be an excellent time to do a contest.
What kind of a contest?
A jingle contest. They could sing it. They could put music behind it. Give me about a 10 or 15-second jingle that would work well at the end of our commercials.
What do they get if they are the winner of the jingle contest?
For a year, you won't pay for chiropractic care.
Wow. There you go, folks. Write a jingle based on I love my Dr. Herman, and you won't have to pay for chiropractic care for a year if you win.
How exciting is that?
Yeah. Call 424-LIFE. That's 424-LIFE. I love my Dr. Herman. Hey, wait, can I copyright that? Am I eligible? Ask about their $25 visits for life. You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the good doctor.
That is a good deal. A year of chiropractic care for a jingle?
It is a good deal. I mean, that's crazy. I'll write one right now.
Well, you write music. You could probably do that.
I
will. It's funny. I came up with one myself. To the tune. Remember the old song?
Listen, man, you can't come up with your own jingle and then give yourself free chiropractic care.
I couldn't go very far with it. But remember the song? I Will Follow Him. But I think it was the Shirelles.
I love that song. Yeah.
I love him. I love him. I love him. I love my Dr. Herman.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm just
You just stole somebody's idea now.
That idea is disqualified. Actually, I would take anything good now. If you could make a good track of it, then I'd like to hear it.
That's a good one, though. I do like that.
Anyway, we don't have a jingle here. I like the idea of using different stuff each week.
Yeah, I'm down with playing different songs on the intro and in the out. And hey, you know what? We got another caller.
We do.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody with a jingle.
Let's see.
Who's inside Dr. Herman's head?
That was little Peggy March. It wasn't the Shirelles, FYI, Dr. Herman. I have one for you.
It was little Peggy March. Oh, called out.
Dr. Herman.
Who's calling? Who is
back
this?
And you come back.
We missed it.
Oh, was it? Play it again.
You
Sing it again.
It's the Road Jack.
Sing it again. Come on.
Come on, we missed it.
Dr. Herman, he'll fix your back and you'll be coming back. Dr. Herman, he'll fix your back.
I like it. You know what? I'll give it a 93. It's got a melody and you can dance to it.
Sunday night,
that's what Sunday night's all about.
Very interesting, the whole conversation. Well, let's go to George Carlin,
well, we're glad you tuned in. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I've been listening from the very beginning, taking it all in.
Thank you. What's your name?
It's Carol, and you didn't come to La Cucina.
No, I couldn't make it. Oh, yeah, Carol.
And Elaine was there.
Elaine was there.
Yeah,
my
I told her I mentioned her
girlfriend
name on air last week, and I got permission, so it's all cool.
That's
anyway,
great.
It's just the world is changing, obviously. Back in the day, you could survive on a Laverne and Shirley salary. People are consumed, people are frustrated. And yes, it's, I hate to sound communist or socialist, but all these there's no more mom and pops. the American dream is out the window, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, corporations.
First of all, I don't think there's necessarily anything bad about sounding communist or socialist. There are some good things to every single one of the isms.
Yeah, I'm not. And we're more diverse than ever. I mean, back in the day when my parents came from Europe, you had to have a sponsor, you had to learn the language.
Exactly.
Now you so it's just, and then it's the old timers that are just like saying, and that mentality, like, we had to do this. How come they don't have to do this? And both sides. And it's true. And a lot of countries have very stringent rules about becoming citizens. And I don't know.
I agree. We're changing now more than we ever had before. Unfortunately, my problem
is...
is...
the ATM, it's like in 20 languages. It's like... You can take the road test in 100 languages.
I don't have a problem with that.
How are they going to read the signs on the Jersey Turnpike,
Well, let me tell you something. I know what you mean.
I'm not trying to sound like I'm bigoted, but there was a time when I was growing up where it was being pro-American. Everybody was to be white bread. And then there was this turn around the 70s to get in touch with your roots, which was really very awesome, but people are still having trouble accepting this.
Well, you know what? I know what you're talking about, but I don't have a problem with all the different languages on the side. That's fine. We have people from all over the world. That's wonderful.
Well, yeah,
I've never had a problem.
I'm playing devil's advocate. Doesn't mean I agree, but it just things have changed dramatically, and maybe they need to tighten the reins in on both sides.
My biggest complaint about that is I don't know why I have to hit 1 for English.
Yeah.
I think I shouldn't have to hit 1 for English. That should be the default. But you know what? I know what you're talking
we're
about.
We're accommodating all different nationalities and religions. I work in the school system, and during Ramadan, these poor kids are starving. They smell in the lunchroom, but they can't have a cupcake or celebrate a birthday.
Them's
so
the rules,
it's just defending or accommodating, or a little of both.
Yeah, that's their rules, and that's the way that's fine. That's
and we're consumed. We're consumed with Facebook. We're consumed with not paying attention. It's just the way things are going out the window.
I think that's a big part of it.
Learning how to do cursive.
That's a very big part.
It's just this whole. It's the 21st century, Dr. Herman.
We're addicted to distraction.
It's a very big part of the fact that we're changing and not in the right direction. But you know what? Living on a Laverne and Shirley salary, it's not possible anymore. And besides, the world is just...
no, because TV isn't for free, and radio is almost not for free anymore.
And the country's just filled with...
Well, we have radio, thank God,
We're just filled with schlemiels and
or we listen to Sirius or whatever, whatever the options are. But everything, you got to pay for everything now. It's ridiculous. And, there used to be one phone, But, in history, if you read history books and you read about the Industrial Revolution, how things were changing, how they were leaving the farm, and family life was changing.
The good old days.
There's a lot of the same complaints going on.
I remember them well.
The difference now is it seems a little more severe on a different level, you know?
That's right. Well, stay tuned to see what happens. This is probably not going to end well. But thank you for calling.
And your sidekick, Dr. Herman, what's his name?
Big Show.
What's that?
Greg Big Show Lawson.
What's up?
Oh, Greg Big Show Lawson. All right.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Carol.
All right. We love our Dr. Herman. I'll work on that jingle.
Thanks, sweetie. You do that, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, sweetie. No, she's right. You know, everybody's feeling it. Everybody's aware of it, but we need something to be done.
Yeah, something needs to happen.
So I think we're going to take another break. I know the breaks were close together today, but I want to take a break because when we come back from the break, we're going to have something new and exciting and amazing.
New and exciting.
And I think that everybody's going to really get into it.
Awesome, I'm down.
So let's take a break. We'll come back in a couple of seconds and let you in on the secret.
When it comes to fighting cancer, you don't get awards simply for trying. Recognition goes hand in hand with results. So it's no surprise that Pocono Medical Center is being acknowledged as the region's leader in cancer treatment. We've assembled a team of physicians, surgeons, and support staff that are changing the game and turning the tables on this horrible enemy. We're not just fighting, we're winning with new procedures, trusted techniques, clinical trials, and cutting-edge technology that's second to none. At PMC's Dale and Francis Hughes Cancer Center, the experience is truly comprehensive. No going from specialist to specialist. Instead, everything you need, from diagnosis to recovery, is right here close to home with compassionate care for virtually all forms of cancer. At Pocono Medical Center, we are cancer's worst enemy and your best choice for beating it. Let's do this together. Find out more about the Hughes Cancer Center at PoconoMedicalCenter.org.
Hey,
Hi.
Trivia at Wintergreen's Restaurant every Wednesday night starting at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Doesn't cost you a dime. You get a chance to win some fabulous stuff. There's good food and drink there. And I'm your host. Couldn't ask for more.
Well, you could, but
You wouldn't get it.
you're not going to get it. Trivia, you say?
I do.
What kind of questions?
You want one?
Yeah, I do. Give me a good one.
What do you get when you combine a donkey with a zebra?
I have no idea.
A zonkey.
That's not a real thing.
Wonder what they get when they combine a horse and a boar.
Okay, enough of that.
So stop out at Wintergreen, 6 o'clock, if you think you know the answer to that question, and you can win some fabulous prizes. With me, Gary in the Morning. You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the Good Doctor.
All right, we're back, and you know what I just thought about?
What's that?
After I finish here, I'm going to Thai Orchid.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
I know that it was hot today and disgusting, but I am in the mood for some tom kha soup.
hot today and disgusting. That's calling for some of that Thai tea.
You know what it is? That's right, the Thai tea. Oh, good. But the tom kha is like a creamy coconut milk soup.
Oh, that's
It's just a lemongrass in it and lime. It's so good. Oh. Well, if you want to meet me, Thai Orchid, I'll be there after the show. 570-421-1717. Yes. Signing autographs and drinking soup. All right. You ready for this?
Am I ready for this? Is it going to blow my mind?
You're gonna love this.
I'm going to love this? Okay.
You're gonna love this. We are instituting our first scavenger hunt. The first ever inside Dr. Herman's Head scavenger hunt.
Okay.
This is going to be a big deal.
Big deal.
Big deal. We're going to...
Huge.
I'm going to... now, anybody who's listening, go and grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. I'm going to give you a list of some items that I'm going to have you find. And see how many you can get on the list. What we're going to do is we're going to read the list tonight.
Okay.
We're going to post it on our Facebook page also.
All right.
So if you can't find a crayon or
that's the way to do
a
it.
Sharpie, then you can see it there.
Check it out anytime.
And this is basically the way it's going to work. We're going to list 50 items.
50
items, 50.
All right. That's
and
crazy.
people will have until our you know, what? Do you have a calendar? The last show in September.
Last show in September.
Last show in September. Let me check. Wait a minute.
Yeah. What do you got?
The 25th.
All right.
You have until September 24th, actually, the day before that. You have until September 24th to get as many of these 50 items as you possibly can. Get them into a package, a box, or a padded envelope, or whatever you can, and send it to me at my office. And you and I are going to go through them, through the entries, and whoever has the most of the 50 items will win the grand prize.
What is this grand prize?
The grand prize is going to be a $75 certificate for a 1-hour massage at the Zenergy Spa.
That's an awesome prize.
Up at Pocono Pines. And those,
$75, that's going to be a good massage.
It's for those of you who have never had a massage, you don't know what you're in for.
God.
But the ladies up at Zenergy, you can't win.
I know.
You can't win. And you know what? I don't even know if you could win because this is not an easy list.
Come on, man. Don't tell me. All
but
right.
we all just, they're all going to be second and third prizes.
Okay.
We're going to have 2 second prizes, which are going to be a brand new, and they're coming in this week.
A new car.
It's going to be an Inside Dr. Herman's Head logo shirts.
Oh, what?
We have our own shirts.
We're getting swag. We're getting gear.
It's going to be phenomenal.
Oh.
And so 2 second place winners will get shirts.
Okay.
And then 3 third place winners will get Herman's Inside Dr. Herman's Head logo cookies.
Okay.
Like Jeff from Martinsville.
All right.
Okay. I'll give you the rundown on the few rules that there are after. But hopefully you have your paper and your pen, and I'm going to go through the list really quickly.
All right, check this out. Hold on a second. We need music for the list.
A little scavenger hunt music. Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, you got the build up.
You gotta have the build up, and then we'll get the list. All right. Number 1.
I just want to watch Goldie. I want to watch Goldie Hawn dancing with stuff written on her body. in a mini dress. Okay, here we go. The list of items. Number 1 is going to be a piece of clothing with the embroidered logo of a water park on it.
Okay, I can see. We're around water parks. We can. That can
well,
happen.
you have to also remember we have people listening all over the country.
Well, we do with the app, yes.
So there's water parks in lots of places. Number 2 is an owner's manual with a copyright date during the 1970s.
Okay. All right.
Number 3, I'm going to lose track because I don't actually have these numbered, but the next one is a cleaned up, please clean it up, a wrapper or a carton from a Burger King Yumbo or a McDonald's McRib.
What? Why?
Because these are 2 of my favorite sandwiches, and they're not there all the time, and I want to see how many people...
What are you gonna take the wrapper and smell it?
I'd like it not to mess up the rest of the stuff. I don't want it to get on the embroidered clothing, the barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
The next one is a bumper sticker that reads, "Kiss me, I'm blank."
Whatever.
Fill whatever.
Okay.
Anything, kiss me, I'm something. Next will be a fortune cookie. I'm sorry, not the cookie, the fortune.
Fortune.
A fortune from a fortune cookie with a negative, pessimistic, or disparaging fortune.
What?
They exist. I've gotten way too many of them.
But is it just from your point of view?
I sound like Ziggy. No, one that very obviously is you're going to have a bad day, something like that. And I've had them, believe me.
All right.
Okay. The next is a panel cut from a comic book showing an animal indigenous to Australia.
All right, so a comic book kangaroo or something.
Kangaroo, koala, wombat, dingo. Maybe a picture of a dingo eating your baby.
Yeah.
Okay, next. A bill from a doctor for less than $10.
All right.
Okay?
That one's...
Now, if you don't understand any of these, let me know, because the people listening might actually have questions like you have.
No, I get that one.
Okay. A business card from a veterinarian with the last name Fox, Fish, Wolf, Cats, or Bird.
Okay. That's awesome.
And spelling variations are allowed. A signed 8x10 glossy photo portraying any member of a musical group with the word girls in the band's name.
Okay.
Like, for instance, the Spice Girls.
Spice Girl, yeah. That can happen. They're out there.
A printed crossword answer grid showing the word Erato as part of the solution. ERATO. And it sounds like that's ridiculous because you've never heard the word before, right?
Yeah, I guess not.
But it's one of the top 10 5-letter words in crossword puzzling.
My dad would know.
Your dad probably. Your dad would also know what it means. A canceled postcard sent from a current member of the U.S. Congress.
Okay.
Okay. A swizzle stick with a U.S. state-shaped top.
Swizzle stick. That's like a drink stirrer?
A drink stirrer.
Okay, I remember they had the plastic ones with like things on the top.
Exactly.
Or whatever. Okay,
I want one with the top shaped like a state.
Okay.
A miniature golf scorecard from a course with a pirate theme.
All right. That'll happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
A map of Walt Disney World's Disney MGM Studios.
That's got to be out there, too.
Sounds easy, right?
I mean, I know MGM's not there anymore, you said?
That's right. It's not
like
Disney
that?
MGM anymore.
Which, that blew my mind because I didn't know that.
Now it's called Disney's Hollywood Studios, but you may have a map.
But MGM was around for
yes, it was.
A long time.
Up until about 5 years ago. Yeah. So, you might have one laying around. An air sickness bag, unused, please.
Please.
From a non-American airline with the logo printed on it.
Okay. All right. That might be possible.
An airline outside of the U.S.
I mean, I don't know who's taking those home with them.
Some people collect them. Some people have extras.
Okay.
Well, you know what? You have until September 24th to get it to me.
Did
Maybe
you just
I'll
say
take a flight.
some people collect them, some people have issues? Is that what you just said?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, those people are right here. Those people
you got over a month, so maybe you go on a trip. You can grab one. A menu, a napkin, or another souvenir from the Top of the World restaurant from the top of the World Trade Center in New York City.
Wow. That's a good one, but that's... Yeah, well, I mean, someone out there's got to have that.
Makes you introspective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But maybe somebody's got something from the restaurant. A paper bill, meaning money, from a non-U.S. country depicting a member of a royal family on it.
Okay.
Which most other countries have.
Yeah, that happens, yeah.
You know, most countries in the world have the Queen of England on it, so it shouldn't be hard. A canceled envelope sent to someone whose last name is the same as the street on which they live.
Hey, but that happens. Smiths and all that stuff.
Like if you lived on Big Show Avenue.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. Not my last name, but anyway.
Well, maybe someday it will be. All right. A photo of a license plate. We don't want the actual license plate, just a picture.
All right.
With all the registration numbers, which means not the state and the logo on the bottom, but the actual license plate number.
Mm-hmm.
All the letters and the numbers on it in numeric and alphabetical order.
All right. Oh, man, I don't know.
Time to start paying attention.
Yeah.
How about this one? The list of wanted items for another scavenger hunt.
Somebody's scavenger hunt list from like a hunt they previously did, you're saying?
Exactly. Or another one they're going to do.
Right.
Okay, a copy of a marriage license showing a marriage taking place on a non-weekend day.
Weekday.
Monday through Friday.
Monday, yeah.
Not Saturday or Sunday. The cover of an official Olympic program.
Okay.
Any year, any venue. An airline boarding pass for a flight with either an origin or a destination that begins with the letter J.
Okay.
Hey, for all of our listeners in Jacksonville.
In
that
Jacksonville,
should be
yeah.
How about a handicapped pass from an amusement park?
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
They have special purpose
They're out
passes.
there, yeah.
A recipe showing a list of ingredients that includes xanthan gum.
Yeah, I know that happens too, though.
Yeah,
so
but
you
got to find the recipe.
Got to find it.
A copy of a weekly Billboard Top 100 or 200 listing with a song by Cher coming in that week between number 21 and number 37.
Come on.
You know what? It's a good prize. It's worth a couple of minutes of.
I guess. I mean,
hey, get as many as you can at a 50. Maybe the number one. Maybe the winner will have 5 items. I don't know.
You're right. Yeah, you could have 3 of them and somebody get 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A ticket stub from a sporting event between 2 teams, obviously, one of which no longer exists.
Okay, that can happen too. People have
either the team is defunct or the city or the nickname has changed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. A political pin supporting a gubernatorial candidate.
Oh, that's right. I just learned this.
Gubernatorial?
Governor?
Yes.
Yes.
A copy or original page from a high school yearbook that includes the photo of someone that has acted in a major motion picture.
Okay.
That meaning that they have an IMDb.com listing. A size extra small pair of underwear.
What?
Clean, please. Clean only. With a food printed on the fabric.
Come on.
And not on the tag. The Fruit of the Loom.
Can't just be Fruit of the Loom.
Right, no. It's got to be a food printed on the fabric.
Why?
Let me continue.
All right.
The rotating piece with the holes used to dial an old-fashioned rotary phone.
Nice. That one's cool.
They got an old phone, take it apart, you got to lay it around.
Just take the
piece of the holes.
Take the ring off, yeah.
The cover of a magazine from an African country.
Wow.
All right? A page from a science book showing 9 planets in our solar system, meaning that it includes Pluto as a planet.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wasn't so long ago.
That wasn't that long ago, but, don't tell Neil deGrasse Tyson that I'm doing this. Okay, moving on. A gift card from a chain store that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, that's easy.
Okay.
It's
easy. I'm sure you have them floating around your house.
They're falling apart every day, those stores.
Yeah. A pull tab from a drink can that is not meant to remain on the can after opening.
Yeah.
The old style pull tab.
It totally came off. Yeah.
And I will tell you this.
The ones that cut your feet in the beach.
Yep, exactly. Honest to goodness, I found one in the street about 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Sitting in the street in the gravel on the side of the road.
For 40 years.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
They don't disintegrate, obviously. A European lottery ticket or sweepstakes ticket.
Okay.
Okay. A menu from an eatery inside a zoo.
All right.
And that's not going to be easy because most of those don't have.
You just walk up, look
menus,
at the thing, and
exactly.
then,
But who knows?
Yeah.
The insert, the original or a copy, from a comedy or spoken word CD from before the year 2000.
Okay, that's not bad.
Not bad. A time schedule, or they call it a timetable, from Via Rail Canada, the Canadian National Railroad.
Okay.
It's like their version of our Amtrak.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, next, moving on. We have about 10 left or so.
Oh, my God.
A copy of a motor vehicle registration for a vehicle with a model year before 1970.
All right.
Okay?
That should be around, too.
You have one, a friend who has one, whatever.
Right.
Just a copy. A postage stamp from a South American country.
That's nice.
Okay. And this being, the year of the Olympics in Rio, maybe you're getting, something sent home from a loved one in Rio who's competing. Okay, a menu that doesn't have a single English word on it.
That's going to be rough.
A menu completely in another language.
That's going to be rough because even in other countries, they still cater to, English. And that's...
Then maybe you won't get that one.
Maybe that one's not coming in.
Okay, where are we now? Okay, a wishbone.
Okay.
From a bird.
Now we're having, guts of animals coming in. All right, that's just
We're sending hazardous material.
Put it in a Ziploc, please, so it doesn't, just stink. People think we're getting rotten heads delivered to them.
Well, we don't want the meat. We just want the bone. A wishbone from a bird other than a turkey.
Oh, my God.
And here's a hint. They all have one. Okay?
People are going to be in the backyard with the BB gun shooting birds.
And ripping them apart to get the wishbone out. A buy one, get two coupon.
Those are rare.
Buy one, get two free.
Yeah.
Okay? Very rare. How about this? 3 sheets of toilet paper with some kind of text printed on it.
Okay.
A copy of a driver's license issued to an individual over 90 years old.
Wow. They're out there, though.
Not easy to find, but it's out there.
I know that. I actually know of one. So,
really? See? There you go. I didn't say you couldn't help somebody. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're winding down now. How about a matchbook cover with no matches inside, please? We don't need any spontaneous combustion in the mail.
I got plenty of them.
Advertising in art school. For example, the Draw Me or Draw Spunky the Donkey.
Or the turtle with the
turtle, exactly. A page, again, the original or a copy, from a book, magazine, or newspaper or something like that, with a full sentence that has no E's in it.
Okay. You know what, though? That's easy.
And highlight the sentence so we don't have to look for it. A thank you complimentary bag from a dentist's office. You get that when you go to the dentist. With the printed name and address of the dentist on it. They put the practice on it. But it cannot have a picture of a tooth on it.
Oh, now you're just asking for too much.
No tooth. And here's the last item. Number 50. A receipt, check, or bill from a restaurant showing a total of over $1,000 for the meal. All
right, well, someone's going to have that, too, because that happens.
I don't know. We don't have a lot of restaurants around here that...
yeah, but how do you know, some big shot didn't come into town and take them out?
Oh, I'm sure one did. So that's our list of 50 items for our first ever Inside Dr. Herman's Head scavenger hunt. I will let you know.
That's a pretty hefty list, man.
It's going to be up on Facebook either tonight or tomorrow. Everything has to be sent to my office, which is Herman Family Chiropractic Center at 1718 West Main Street in Stroudsburg, 18360. Before or by the 24th of September, Saturday the 24th. We have a very small list of rules. All the items, unless they say that a copy is allowed, have to be original. Nothing will be returned. You have until the 24th of September to get it to us. Mail all the items in one package to Herman Family Chiropractic Center. All the judges' decisions are final. The first prize will be a gift certificate for a 1-hour massage at Zynergy Spa, which is up to a $75 value. 2 runner-up prizes of Inside Dr. Herman's Head T-shirts. 3 third place prizes of Inside Dr. Herman's Head cookies. No reprints off of the internet are allowed, and we'll decide whether or not we accept them. If they look fishy, they're not going to be allowed. You can enter more than once, but entries cannot be combined. That is, you can't send more than one package of items to be considered together.
Right.
Okay? You can't say, I sent you 20 items, here's another 10.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not going to be doing that. So, on with the contest. The very best of luck to all of our listeners. Again, this is Herman, inside Dr. Herman's head. We're on Poker 96.7.
Yes, we are.
What do you have, Big Show? You got something
I
for
just
us?
got one thing to say before we leave, because we got like
do.
a minute left.
Yes.
This goes out to the new Star Trek movie.
Oh.
You suck, you jackass.
I'm telling you.
I completely agree.
Awful.
It was terrible.
I just have to get that out there for everybody, that movie is... and you know what? And it shouldn't have been. Someone dropped the ball hard.
I'd like to throw a name out for who dropped the ball.
Go ahead.
J.J. Abrams.
See, you think he dropped the ball, though?
He gave all of his attention to the Star Wars movie.
Oh, that's not dropping the ball in my world.
No. Then you know what? Then you put it off the Star Trek movie for another year until you can do it.
Yeah, I mean...
He directed the first two of the reboot. They were fantastic movies. This was garbage.
Yeah, he didn't direct it at all.
You know what? And I feel bad for Anton... what's his name? The guy that played Chekhov?
Yeah.
Because this was his last
movie, and it was terrible.
But it was a bad movie. It was bad. I'll agree with you on that.
We're going to go out on this note since...
Oh, okay. Well, hey, have a wonderful week, everybody. And join us next week for Inside Dr. Herman's Head, 7 p.m. on Poker 96.7.
To hear this.